Yo, it's your boy Vic.
Out of the box, Leroy Smith, public talker, author, and general good guy.
Again, HMP Featherstone, Black History Month. It's always good to go and share some positivity, especially in a month like this, and let them know that you have to keep fighting and stay disciplined.
As a black person, you know your history, but what are you going to do about your future? Because we're all basically in the same kind of box, and the theme is that 3 of us in this circle now have been in the same box as you in a wicked way. I done a 20 out of a 25-year sentence. You understand? And I've only been on road 4 years, and in 4 years I've written a book. This is it here, called Out of the Box on Amazon. I've been in Guardian newspaper, BBC, ITV News. I do public speaking. That's from being a straight gunman and a no good person to a decent person, what people will pay to hear talk. So that means there's nothing there you can't do. Everyone's got a story, everyone's got individual road why you ended up here today, but all you need to take from it is one thing. All 3 of us use different formulas to get to a stage where we can get away from entanglements with the system, what is negative, turn our lives into a positive situation where young people can look up to you and ask you for information because you've got something sensible to tell them, and where all the business you're going to do might take 4 or 5 years to put together, but it's going to be legal business and you're going to be in the sweet spot. And that's what I want for everybody in here.
Yo, can everyone hear me? Nah, don't worry, I'm not going to rap. From I got my sentence, I knew to myself, you know what, this has to be it. Like, so all these years I've got to do in there, this has to be it. And that has to be the end of it. So at that point, you got to make a decision almost like, what are you going to make work for you? Because nobody else is. So I thought, okay, I need to start something, but what are you going to start? So I was looking at what sector's grown even through the recession. The cleaning sector. So I'll give you an example. For example, a hospital, if the CEO of the hospital don't turn up, the hospital can still run. If cleaners don't turn up, it can't run. Same thing with a restaurant, same thing with most establishments. But I didn't just want to be like a basic cleaner. Okay, so who gets, if you look at the cleaning hierarchy, like who's the people at the top, like who really gets it, like really gets the income, stable income? Biocleaners. So I thought biocleaning, okay, well, biocleaning. At the time, level 4, that was a level 4 BICS qualification, and the prison wasn't doing it. So I'd done level 1 to 3. Then I applied for Open University to do level 4. You know, at the time, how I sold it was, well, basically, if I do it, then if there is incidents in the prison, I can clean it. But really, what I was thinking was, if I do it and I can clean the things in there, then what I'm going to do is every job I clean in there, I'm going to put it down as a portfolio of my experience. Because when I get out and I talk to companies, this is still cleaning bodily fluids. They can't tell me that wasn't blood. And then I actually started teaching it in Loudon Grange as a TSA. For the prison, it was, again, more like, okay, well, we don't want to employ someone to come and teach it because it cost us more, so we'll make him do it and pay him less. But for me, like I said, it was actually, I'm going to write this down. This is experience. And when I leave here, you're going to write a reference saying what I've been doing. Because at the end of the day, these are transferable skills. So my thing was, I didn't want to sort of get out and they're just like, okay, yeah, well, look at him, you know, firearms and X, Y, Z on your record. I wanted to be able to say, okay, that happened, but guess what? This is what I'm doing now. Anyway, fast forward, I got out. So you have all these ideas, you have all this hope, you get out, and life is harder than you think it was. So it's not clicking how when you're sitting in your cell, you're thinking this is going to click. It's not clicking like that. The one thing I didn't anticipate, again, was the working hours. So they're saying you got to be at the site at 6 o'clock in the morning, and you got to finish at 5:30, 6 o'clock. I've never worked before. You have to do a DBS check. DBS check is where they check and they get your whole history. Now, I remember the first time they done that, I'm just dreading it. I'm thinking they're just going to read my sheet and just think, he's got nothing else to give. Like, basically, what have you got to offer? Look, where have you been? And that type of thing. But then something hit me. What skills have I got to offer? For example, knockbacks, as we all probably know about. Knockbacks. So every time I was knocked back for something, I had to think to myself, okay, well, how did I deal with that then? Because obviously at that point, like for example, if you're knocked back for a categorization, you could feel the hole in your stomach. So what's that compared to this company saying they're not going to take a contract with me? Was nothing. It's not easy to get through prison. It's not easy to go and sit on a visit and see your family. It's not easy to get bad news on the phone. So you can't tell me all I am is some criminal, because what I've just got through was a real ordeal. So the fact I'm in there in front of you asking for opportunity, you're supposed to sort of respect that. So I'm not going to let anything you say to me make me feel like I'm less of a person, or because I've got a criminal record, or I'm less of a person because I've been to prison. It's going to be hard, but promise you, your worst day on road is better than your best day in prison. Those are just the facts. And that's how I get through every day. Every time I'm having a hard time, I just think, you know what, at least it's better than me being back in jail. You know, like that. But anyway, thanks for listening to what I had to say.
Yeah, and nothing don't come easy, so done now. You can't expect it in 30 seconds. Most things take enough time. And even when you feel like it's a dead end, miracles just start happening. You have to believe in yourself, first of all.